Hello and welcome to my silver US dollar technical analysis. So I already drew some patterns for silver into the chart. Because in my opinion this was the first input that got basically everything going a couple of months ago, touching this low. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correctional pattern, which is ABC. ABC, another three-wave pattern, which is the wave B, and which in turn forms zigzag, basically, all the way down to this area. And following this, the last impulse, which brought silver a long way up, just like gold, and the gold price went up. And I think silver right now is within a wave 4. As you can see, this is the 1, this is a 2. So if I draw the impulse, the overarching impulse, I would take this as a 1, 2. This is the 3. And somewhere down here I expect the 4 to end. And then we will have the next 5. And if we just look at possible targets, we could take this low high of the first wave and the second. So the original target for this wave 3 was about 18.20. No, $18.02. So there could be a possibility that this is not a wave 1. This is a 1, 2, 1, 2 leading up to the next, and all of this is just a 3, and this is the 4 in between and the 5 following, and then a 4, 5. But we will have to see about those patterns. In my opinion, this could be finished. We did not hit this 2.618 extension, which is not a must-hit target, but it's always a good orientation. And we definitely hit this region to a certain extent. So if we take this as the overarching 3, 1, 2, 3 in total, we even exceeded this 18.02 target and went all the way up here. So in my opinion, if we go down here, this wave 5 will go even higher than this. So in my opinion, this is all one wave 3, which is very characteristic of a wave 3, which is a really, really large impulse, a very strong upwards movement in a short amount of time. And so that's what we got. Following this, there was an WXY correctional pattern. In my opinion, if we just have a look at this pattern, we could go all the way down to this area. If we use the retracements here, so in my opinion, this is a 1, 2, and if we have a look at the possible targets. So this was the price target for the wave 3, which has been met and even exceeded a little bit, which is perfectly fine. So I will have to readjust this. So probably we're going to end this correction in some time. I don't know, I'm not sure about the time frame, but this around 16.25 should be the reasonable low of this downwards movement. So judging by the length and correctional movement of this W, this would fit this Y down here. So we would end up in this 1620-ish region. Of course, we would have to see how the movements unfold and how exactly the prices will be. But this is in my opinion, a reasonable area to maybe, if you're not already long, begin a long trade. Of course, the make or break for this count would be this area down here, which is, let me just take a horizontal line, which is about at 1556 or something, approximately, because obviously in my count this is no, that's not true. Let me just go back. This would be this would be the finish, the make or break. So ideally we shouldn't go below this. So as you can see, the price target corresponds to this make or break area. So if you're interested in trading, this might be a good point to start a long trade. Additionally, we have this EMA 200, which always supplies a good amount of resistance. So we don't necessarily have to go all the way down here. It's enough. We had this 1, 2, the long 3, 4, and of course now the following 5, which should go below this low. So we are going to go lower, but just a touch of this EMA 200 would be sufficient to finish this correction. But in my opinion, we will go a little bit below this and touch this area and then have a rebound. So the prices will go up again. And if we have a look at price targets, of course, one price target is about $20.30 for silver. So if we rebound here and the impulse gets confirmed by the following price movements, in my opinion, we will see at least $20.30 in silver, and following this we will have to see where the prices go. But there's definitely one more upwards movement missing, and in a very short time frame one downwards movement, which again should end approximately in this area, and then we would see a turnaround back up again. If we have a look at the bigger time frame, so if you just scroll out a little bit, we can see we're not really that high. So if you judge just by this all-time high, which is at $50, so even this went quite high in recent times, it's just a rather small movement, and to be completely bullish we would definitely have to surpass this area of resistance. So here there's been a lot of buying and selling interest, and this area as well, where there's been a very strong increase in prices, and prices dropped following this area. And we would just have to break through this very thick area in order to generate a new impulse. So basically, if we see this, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would as well lead to a correction, probably. So if we hit this price area, at least at $20.30, maybe a little bit higher, I'm sure there will be a correction, and this correction probably will go down low in lower price areas, of course. If we want to maybe take some targets just by the assumption that this price area will be met, correctional areas could be at basically $18.78, where this high of the wave B has been, and there's also been a lot of selling interest. So definitely this is an area where there could be where new buying interest could spark. But that's nothing saying that we won't see this low of the previous wave 4 again, or this is the previous wave 4, so we could go all the way down to this area again, and we just have to see where this 4 ends, and then this next correction could go all the way down here again, and following this we should see a stabilization in this area, which is, in my opinion, I think around $16.30 to $16.50 or something, and then we would see another move up again, and of course hit new heights. And if we do a long-term projection just based on those assumptions that we see a wave 4 and following wave 5, we would have such an impulse and go down, and if this is our low somewhere here, we could see the next target at $26.56 for the wave 3, and even $32 or almost $33 for following wave 5. But in my opinion, this is just a very, very long-term target, and even this one here is probably mid-term, so I think within 1 year we should be in this area. This correction obviously could end within the next couple of days or weeks, and just considering that we have this missing 5 and then another 2 and then 3 following, so the following 3 should be very dynamic and should go all the way through this resistance area. And that's just basically to go through this area and this price range, we would need a very, very strong wave 3, ideally a wave 3 of a wave 3. So yeah, that's what we're waiting for. So in my opinion, this will go up again, but this following upwards movement will not go through this area, but rather go back down again, correct all the way down here, and then break through. But again, 1, 2, 3, and the following 3 should blast through this area and offer us price targets in this range, maybe even up to $30 per ounce. Yeah. On a long-term perspective, I'm extremely bullish for silver, of course, because yeah, silver's very, very widely used in the industry, and yeah, again, as you can see, the prices pretty much went up and up and up, and this is probably a development that will go on again. So this is probably all just part of another correction. Maybe this correction is over. And we see the beginning of a new impulse, which will even take silver to new heights, even above this in the very long term. But yeah, we will have to see about this, how long this takes. So yeah, in my opinion, ultra short time frame, we will see another drop, maybe stop at the EMA 200, but ideally stop somewhere just above this area at 1620 or 1630 ideally, and then get the turnaround and the upwards movement again, all the way up to just shortly above $20.30 to finish this movement. Okay, so that's it for silver, and thank you very much for watching and for your interest, and yeah, see you soon. Goodbye.